right now, the NLW Championship is on the line in a triple threat match. And Owens biting! Owens biting him, and there it is! The Kamigoye knee, and we've got a new champion! But who got the pin? Both of them did. I mean, the referee's in the ring. He doesn't know who to give the championship to.
At NLW True Grit, it will be a rematch. The NLW Championship will be on the line. Daniel Bryan, Kenny Omega, and Kevin Owens inside the Triple Cage.
Oh my god! What a match! Owens, Omega, Ryan at NLW True Grit. They will battle inside the Triple Cage. With True Grit only 2 episodes away, we are live for No Limits Wrestling back on Saturday, where we belong. And you know what that means? It's time for a hell of a night of action, including a sneak preview of the Triple Cage. Owens, Bryan and Omega, they all give their thoughts on that huge match that was made last week for True Grit. Plus, X Division Championship on the line tonight. Hiromu Takahashi defends his newly won championship against Mustafa Ali, and where do you suppose Tetsuya Naito fits into that one? Plus, Women's Division action. Becky Lynch competes in her first match of 2021 against the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler. That is a great lineup for tonight. But we also understand that Stone Cold Steve Austin is in the arena tonight, and he wants to wrestle the Undisputed Era. And maybe that's why Shawn Michaels is out here, our NLW commissioner. And you know what? Speaking of commissioners, the Metal Commissioner has recently had a lot to say about Shawn Michaels, and Triple H says that HBK is getting some special treatment. And it's hard to argue that, but the fact is, we talk about Metal's business on Metal and NLW Live's business on this program, so I won't go into too many more details. Needless to say, Shawn Michaels is certainly pleased with himself after booking the Triple Cage, but what has he got to say to the audience here tonight?
Well, not to brag, but old HBK has booked the biggest match in NLW history for our next pay-per-view, NLW True Grit. It is the Triple Cage, Daniel Bryan, Kenny Omega, and Kevin Owens for the NLW title. And tonight, you will get a sneak preview of that match, including the rules, and do you know what? That's not all. I know that there's a certain somebody who can't keep my name out of his big fat mouth, that being the Metal Commissioner. We've got a checkered past, to say the least. He thought he could use all HBK to his advantage. Well, guess what? Now, I'm your competition. And I have to admit, that Steel Asylum match this past week was pretty spectacular on Metal. But as always, NLW Live will always one-up Metal, not only by holding the Triple Cage, but also be upstaged by my newest signing, Tetsuya Naito. And tonight, he will sign his NLW contract after being fired from Metal, because here we know how to treat talent. And although me and Naito, we have a checkered past, he was the one who beat me to get me fired from Metal. Well, now he knows what it's like, and as a commissioner, I like to show mercy, and I don't hold grudges. Unlike the man who used to be in charge of this place, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Will you say the man's name? And now here he comes.
the Rattlesnake, about to make his way to the ring. Last week, Stone Cold Steve Austin went through the Undisputed Era one by one, taking them all out. And now Stone Cold looks ahead to NLW True Grit, where he will face longtime rival Adam Cole in a street fight. And you know that Austin hasn't had the best of a relationship with Shawn Michaels, to say the least, but why is he out here?
Shawn, I couldn't help but notice you whining out here, competing in a pissing contest with metal. Shawn, everyone knows you've got the advantage with that little EVP Triple H in your back pocket. I don't care about politics or backstage BS. Shawn, I thought I would come to you face to face, and I will apologize to you, Shawn, because I'm sorry for stunning you a couple weeks ago. I was unhappy about losing my spot as the NLW commissioner, and I lost my temper. And Shawn, tonight, oh Stone Cold, don't want to wait until NLW True Grit. I want Adam Cole tonight. No interference, just me and him, one-on-one. Well, Austin, I'm not going to give away that match for free here tonight. This isn't the Wild West anymore. You're not in charge. I am. And order has been restored. As for your apology, forgive me for not accepting it right away, but I like to think I'm a fair man, and tonight I'll give you a little compromise. See, after the little stunt you pulled last week, taking out the Undisputed Era one by one, they actually came to me, Stone Cold, and they actually wanted to face you here tonight. So I know it's short notice, but tonight's main event will be an 8-man tag team match. It's going to be the Undisputed Era. That's Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, Roderick Strong versus you, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and 3 partners of your choice. That is, if you can find anybody that wants to tag with you, Steve, because let's face it, you've made a lot of enemies here on this brand. Heck, you can just read the list of names on that petition that tried to get you fired. So if you can't find any partners, it will be a handicap match. But that's not all, Stone Cold. I'm fair. So if your team, or you on your own, somehow manage to win here tonight, then at True Grit, I will ban the Undisputed Era from ringside for your street fight against Adam Cole. And if I were you, Steve, I'd find some partners fast, because the clock's ticking.
Well, Austin has to find some backup. And maybe he's got some. Some men who perhaps don't have the best relationship with Shawn Michaels either. And look who it is. Standing, reunited. AJ Styles, the Young Bucks. They are the Bullet Club. And Michaels is livid.
Well, Shawn, it looks like I do have some backup. And I'd say they think you're as much of an asshole as I do.
Oh my.
Tonight, Stone Cold and the Bullet Club are going to kick the Undisputed Era's ass, and that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. And by the way, Shawn, I already apologized for stunning you once. Just like to say, I'm sorry for this one too.
What does he mean? Oh, there it is. Stone Cold Stunner to the NLW Commissioner, and Shawn Michaels feeling it not once, but twice. Well, tonight, it looks as if Stone Cold has got some backup. It will be Austin, AJ Styles and the Young Bucks going up against the Undisputed Era. And if Austin's team wins, the UE are banned from ringside at True Grit.
Chris Jericho, you made a grave mistake challenging me to a buried alive match at NLW True Grit. What you did was single-handedly sign your own death wish when you agreed to this match. Do you feel righteous? Do you feel rewarded? When you interfere in my business, my issues with Buddy Murphy are nothing to do with you, Chris. More importantly, my issues with Bayley are nothing to do with you, Chris. I gave that woman the opportunity of a lifetime. Bayley could have joined our ministry, become immortalized, but instead she turned us down, and Buddy simply did what he had to do last week when he hit that Murphy's Law. We are remorseless machines of evil. It doesn't matter who steps in our way. We don't forgive and we don't forget. If you have wronged the ministry, you are never safe. We grow stronger by the day. There is a new recruit already doing our bidding who will reveal himself in due time. The ministry is also backed up by a member of my own family, a big red machine who will do my bidding once again in due time. My brother is having trouble adjusting to his role in the ministry, but he will soon come around and be ready to be unleashed. Until everyone in No Limits Wrestling, including you, Chris Jericho, accept us as your leaders. Jericho, hug your loved ones. Mentally prepare for true grit. I will bury you alive and your soul will be mine. Chris Jericho, prepare to rest in peace.
Well, The Undertaker still referring to his brother Kane, who we've not seen, but by the sounds of it, he's being held captive by The Undertaker. Well, from that shocking situation to another quite shocking incident that took place last week, I'm talking about the arrival of Tetsuya Naito. But in spite of all of the chaos, Mustafa Ali tonight has this opportunity at the X Division Championship that he won by winning the Super X Cup tournament several months ago. And tonight, he gets his shot against the brand new champion, the ticking time bomb, Hiromu Takahashi. And last week, well, we'll show you the footage in a moment, folks, but needless to say, Hiromu is over the moon. But Mustafa Ali could care less whether Hiromu is the new champion or not. All he cares about is getting that title for himself. Will it be a short reign for Hiromu? We'll have to see, but we'll take it to what happened last week. Ricochet defended the title against Hiromu. Hiromu distracted the referee, and then from behind, Tetsuya Naito with a Destino. Naito, of course, being fired by the commissioner on Metal, showed up to NLW Live and now apparently is a member of the NLW Live roster and helping Hiromu win that championship. But now he's got to defend it against Ali here tonight. And oh, wait a minute! It's the bastard Pac with steel chair shots. And now here comes Ricochet to the rescue, but a chair shot to him. Pac has gone off the deep end recently. And what's this? That's Garza and Andrade. And oh my god, I know who that woman is. But what does she do? Whoa, wait a minute! Naito with the Destino! Well, Pac has gone insane as of late. Tried to interfere in this match and we've got a standoff here. Wait a minute. Don't tell me! Look at the sight we see in the ring! Los Ingobernables have reunited!
Hey, you two. I don't know what the hell you were thinking, costing us the NLW Tag Team Championships 2 weeks ago, but now we want our revenge. Next week on NLW, it's going to be FTR versus the APA, and you boys are going down. Top guys, out. Hey, you two jackasses are wrong. Me and Ron are going to kick your ass next week. Damn it, I'm pissed off, man. I need a beer. Matt, I know if you weren't so depressed right now, you'd attack me, wouldn't you? I haven't had the chance to talk to you since I left you laying at the Insane Deletion. Matt, when I look into your eyes, even though you threw me in the river last week, I know you don't hate me. You still love me, Matt. You hate what I've become because I've grown stronger without you, and that eats you up inside. I don't answer to you anymore, Matt. I answer to a higher power, a power that has guided me to the top. A power that will guide me to the NLW title when I cash in Money in the Bank. But something's up, Matt. I think that river you threw me in was no river at all, but a lake of reincarnation.
because I've seen the light. I've been consumed with hatred for you, Matt. But when I went into that lake, I changed, but only slightly. I've come to understand you more, Matt. And maybe down the road, we could patch things up. In fact, Matt, I want to help you. So, Matt, I have a challenge for you. You and me go one-on-one at NLW True Grit. If you win, I will publicly denounce the higher power. And maybe in time, we can team up again as the Hardy Boys of old. Whatever you want, Matt, I will do it. But if I win, I own your contract. And you do my bidding. And I can help you, Matt. Join me, the Antichrist of professional wrestling. When I own you, Matt, after I beat you, like you tried to own me. I know it sounds bad, Matt, but when I win, and your contract becomes property of Jeff Hardy, you'll thank me later. I'll see you at True Grit if you accept my challenge.
Well, Jeff Hardy making the challenge to Matt for a match at True Grit. We will see what happens there. And as we get ready for women's division action, I'm still in shock over what we saw. Losing LIJ, they're here on NLW Live. Well, last week we saw Andrade and Garza make a pact to be a team. We also saw Naito help Hiromi last week, and now it seems that the four of them have joined forces under the tutelage of Selena Vega to form Los Ingobernables here on NLW. But I'll tell you what, the women's champion Ronda Rousey has some great backup of her own in the form of this woman, the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler. And last week, it was supposed to be Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey one-on-one in the parking lot for a good old-fashioned fight. However, when Rousey showed up, someone else showed up, and there you see her, Shayna Baszler hiding in the boot of that car and then slamming the car door in the arm of Becky Lynch. We don't know what the condition of Becky is here tonight, but you know she is not 100%. After all, that arm was injured several months ago by what she claims to be a gang of thugs, but we'll have to wait and see. Oh, but Becky looking to put it away early with the disarmer. Can she get it in? No. Back to their feet. Now Shayna with a sleeper applied. But a jawbreaker from Becky. And now Becky with a Bexploder sending Shayna into the corner, but an elbow. And now a sleeper, and look at Shayna Baszler sitting on the top rope, hanging Becky. And a gut-wrench suplex, deadlifting her. And it'll be interesting to see what Shayna has in her arsenal, and a debut as she goes right for the armbar. She's well versed in mixed martial arts. And now you can see wrenching on that arm, but Becky tries to get out of it, but Shayna locks in another headlock. But look at the strength of Becky. Deadlift Saito suplex. Takes down Ronda's henchwoman. And there's a leg drop from Becky Lynch. With a win here tonight, you know that Becky has her sights set on the women's champion Ronda Rousey. And she got to get through Shayna first. Big time knee. But a kick out from Becky. And Becky's got to have some ring rust. After all, she was injured, and there you see the injured arm being stomped on and worked over by Shayna. Wants to break it, but misses. And now Becky Lynch with a disarmer onto Shayna Baszler. Is the Queen of Spades going to tap out in her debut? No. And now Shayna transitioning right into the sleeper. Akira Fuda clutch. But now Becky rolls through, and Becky Lynch picks up the win over Shayna. A resourceful counter, and Becky Lynch picks up the win. Shayna is not happy, but Becky Lynch gets a measure of revenge, and from behind, it's the women's champion Ronda Rousey. Ronda
blasting Becky with that title belt to the back of the skull. And oh my god, oh look at that! Ronda trying to break the arm, or re-break the arm of Becky, and now she's asking for a damn mic. Becky, you think you're some sort of badass, you're just another victim. I will give you the Women's Championship match that you so desperately want at NLW True Grit, but mark my words, there will be no rematch if you cannot beat me. This is your last chance. If you can't beat me at True Grit, I will never give you a championship match again. Well, Ronda Rousey is going to give Becky Lynch the match she wants on the condition that if Becky loses, she may never challenge Ronda for the title again. And you know that Becky will not be 100% when that match at True Grit inevitably happens. You there? Have you seen Los Ingobernables? Are you thick? Do you think I'm stupid? I said, have you seen Naito and his gang of weasels? They will not get away with this. I will have the last laugh tonight.
The NLW Championship will be on the line. Daniel Bryan, Kenny Omega, and Kevin Owens inside the Triple Cage.
NLW presents True Grit live on YouTube. For early access to this event, visit patreon.com/No Limits Wrestling.
This match could very well be the most devastating match in the history of No Limits Wrestling, and I say that without hyperbole, because someone's career could end at True Grit. I feel like the focus mostly is on Bryan and Omega, and that ticks me off. There shouldn't even be a Triple Cage match. I should be the champion. Kevin Owens would like to believe that he should be the champion, but I am the man with the deadliest knee that knocked out the champion and pinned him 1, 2, 3. I carried this company through one of the toughest years in history. Week after week, I beat the likes of Jeff Hardy, Seth Rollins, Pac, Lashley, Nakamura. Yes, I've never been in a Triple Cage before, but I know I've probably got pain tolerance over those guys. The rules are you climb the ladder to get into the hatch to make your way into the second cage, aka Hardcore Hell. And in this cage, there's weapons throughout, barbed wire, kendo sticks, tables, chairs, you name it. Then it's a case of finding the key, unlocking the door to get climbing the third and final cage at the very top of the arena. That's where the NLW Championship will be held. Get on top, grab the championship, and you're the champion. You see, to a normal man, this wouldn't be worth it to put yourself through this, but I know Bryan, Omega, Owens, they are not normal. Will I do everything it takes to win that Triple Cage match at True Grit? Yes. Will Daniel Bryan walk out of True Grit as the champion? Yes! Kevin Owens is the next NLW champion. There isn't a single doubt in my mind that that is what the result will be at True Grit. For you, it will be lights out, goodbye, and good night. Bang. Some very intense words from the men who are set to compete in only the second ever NLW Triple Cage match at True Grit. And this Tuesday, right here on this channel, you will see those interviews in full. That was just a taste. You can watch the whole thing this Tuesday here on NLW's channel. And also, you're going to get some exclusive insight from Triple H and Shawn Michaels in that video, along with the first look at the Triple Cage itself, the structure that the title will be defended in. And if you can't wait to watch NLW True Grit starting part 1 June 26th, you can watch it starting this Monday in full on Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/No Limits Wrestling. For just $3, you can watch the whole show right now starting Monday. You're also going to get access to a bevy of exclusive matches not yet seen on this channel. You must be 13 years or older to go and sign up, so check the link in the description if you're interested in watching the whole of True Grit right now early. And some more big True Grit news. Shawn Michaels has just announced in my ear an Ultimate X match for the X Division Championship at True Grit. It is going to be the champion, Hiromu Takahashi, defending against the former champion, Ricochet, the man who was screwed out of his chance earlier tonight, Mustafa Ali, and of course the Bastard Pack, who is looking for redemption. Plus, one more man is going to enter that match, which will be decided this Wednesday night It's the return of NLW Turbo. That's right, folks, Turbo is back with some huge matches. We're going to have the New Days, Xavier Woods, Grand Metalik, and Brian Kendrick in a three-way match to decide who will go on to True Grit to join the Ultimate X match. Plus, Matt Hardy returns to action against the Ministry's Christian. How will Matt Hardy fare after the challenge laid out earlier tonight by his brother Jeff? Find out, but that's not all. Also, from the metal side of things, the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle takes on the Balor Club's Tama Tonga. It's going to be a blockbuster night. Make sure you're subscribed to the second channel NLW Figs, where you will find Turbo this Wednesday night. And well, we're going to see a three-way match on Turbo. But up next, another triple threat match in the Atlas title tournament. Last week, we saw AJ Styles defeat Andrade and Pac to advance to the triple threat match at True Grit for the Atlas Championship. Tonight, in this match, another man will join him. Now, Kofi was supposed to be in this match, but we've obtained some information about that. Let's go to the back right now.
What the hell's going on, man? I came here to compete. I even paid the APA to be protection from you. What gives? I feel like what would be best for the New Day, Kofi, is if you were taken out of this match and Big E was put in. Let's face it, Big E has the muscle. I feel he'd be better equipped in a match like this, and I want the New Day to add some championship gold to his ranks. And I feel like Big E is our best bet in this match. What the hell did you do that for, Xavier? You think I can't win championship gold? I'll prove I can win title gold. For you, just watch me.
So Kofi Kingston not happy with Woods meddling, meaning that Kofi is now out and Big E is in. So there's still dissension amongst the ranks of the New Day. I mean, we saw it in the Battle Royal a couple weeks ago when Kofi was eliminated by Woods and Big E. They obviously feel that Kofi's the weak link of the team. Well, tonight, Big E has the opportunity to go to the triple threat match at True Grit. But you know that Liger's not going to back down. And Big E's going to shake those hips, but he's got to get serious here in this match. And you know what? I feel for Kofi because this was his opportunity to have, not Big E's, but we will see how he fares. And we will also see how this man fares. This is the first time we're seeing the Limitless Keith Lee since he debuted in the Battle Royal 2 weeks ago. And Keith Lee, what a win it would be here tonight. His first victory in NLW if he were able to secure a place in the triple threat match at True Grit. Well, there's a reason we call him Limitless, and you're about to find out why. Lee, Big E, Liger, one of them's going to join AJ Styles. We're going to find out who it is right now. The bell sounds, and there's a Pele from Liger, that capoeira kick. And now Liger. Dragon suplex, but a splash from Big E breaks up the pin. Now Big E, a big time slam onto Liger. And Liger, we've seen him in tournaments before. And oh, look out for Keith Lee. Pressed up into the Hurricane Rana. And now a leapfrog and a crossbody. My God, have you ever seen a man the size of Keith Lee move like that? And there's a shote from Liger, but Big E with a spear through the second rope, wiping out Keith Lee. Meanwhile, Liger still on the apron, Lee thrown in, but Liger, look out! Crossbody from the top, wiping out Big E. And now Liger sees the opportunity. Keith Lee is down in the center of the ring. Liger on the top again. And the moonsault connects. But Lee powers out. And he's still holding him. What insane strength with that power slam. And now look who's on the apron to distract. It's Xavier Woods. But there's Kofi Kingston to stop him. More dissension among the ranks of the New Day. Meanwhile in the ring, Spirit Bomb. And Keith Lee is going to True Grit. Xavier Woods not happy about it. But it was his fault. He said Big E would be the best choice. Well, apparently he wasn't, because Keith Lee is going to True Grit. We'll take a look at the replays of this one. Liger with a moonsault. Lee powered out of it. Caught him. And then you see Xavier Woods trying to cause a distraction. Kofi saying, let him do it on his own. And he could not get the win. Could Big E. Instead, he got hit with a spirit bomb. And now the dissension amongst the New Day. They're going to be arguing throughout the rest of the evening, I'm sure. Liger, unfortunately for him, not victorious tonight, and Big E having to be held back. But Keith Lee one step closer to that brand new Atlas Championship.
And it is official, Tetsuya Naito is an official member of the NLW roster. And let me just say, it's good to bury the hatchet with you, Naito. I know we've had our troubles in the past, but that is long in the past, and it stays there. It's good to have LIJ together again on the A show, and Naito, I promise you will be treated with respect here, unlike those thugs on Metal. And just a heads up, there's a little signing bonus if you do me one more little favor tonight.
What does he mean by that? Well, Los Ingobernables de Japón have caused chaos so far here on NLW, and apparently more is to come. In fact, speaking of chaos, NLW True Grit will be available this Monday to view on Patreon in full for just $3. Check the link in the description to sign up today. But for you guys on YouTube, part 1 will be uploaded Saturday, June 26th. And what a card it already is. Jeff Hardy set to go one-on-one with his brother Matt. If Matt loses, Jeff owns his contract. But if Matt wins, he will make sure that Jeff denounces this higher power he's talking about. And up next as well, we've also got a Buried Alive match. The Undertaker has lost control. He is insanely evil, and he will go one-on-one with Jericho in the Buried Alive match. Plus, for the Women's Championship, Becky Lynch challenges Ronda Rousey. If Becky doesn't win, she will never be able to challenge Ronda for the title again. Plus, a street fight. Adam Cole of the Undisputed Era goes one-on-one with the Texas Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin. And the main event, it is for the NLW World Championship inside the Triple Cage. Daniel Bryan, Kenny Omega, and Kevin Owens, who will walk out of True Grit as the NLW champion. Find out June 26th. Available in full on Patreon this Monday. Check the link in the description, patreon.com/NoLimits Wrestling to sign up. But now, folks, it is time for our blockbuster main event, an 8-man tag team match. If Austin's team win, then the Undisputed Era will be banned from ringside for the street fight at True Grit. Well, Austin, he was told to find partners, and you know what? I don't think he could have found anyone better than the NLW Tag Team Champions and the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. And you know that Austin wants to get his hands on the UE in the worst way. And now here come the NLW Tag Team Champions, Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks, who have had their own issues with the NLW Commissioner Shawn Michaels. Maybe that's why Austin picked them for his team. We're in store for a super kick party tonight, but next week on NLW, another huge event. We got Chris Jericho going one-on-one with the disciple of the ministry, Buddy Murphy, who, I'm just going to say it, he's a dick. Don't like him whatsoever for what he did to Bayley, but also 6-man tag team match. It's going to be Owens, Bryan and Omega teaming up by order of NLW Commissioner Shawn Michaels. But who are their opponents going to be? We're going to find out, maybe even this week on Turbo, who knows? Well, they're in the ring, we're awaiting the arrival of the last man of the team. He could be the next Atlas champion at True Grit. It is the phenomenal AJ Styles. Wait a minute, what is this? AJ is not in a good way. Oh, look at LIJ again! Well, this must be what Shawn Michaels meant when he said he wanted a favor from Naito. HBK deliberately handicapping Austin and the Bucks. And now the Good Brothers helping AJ to the back for the second week running, and the Young Bucks aren't happy with that. They've got their problems with the Good Brothers. And with AJ not being able to compete, it looks like this is going to be a handicap match. And you know this is exactly what Shawn Michaels wants. After all, he's had words exchanged with the Bucks, and he also got stunned earlier tonight by Austin. So this is revenge from Shawn Michaels. But the Undisputed Era, they have a big opportunity on their hands now. They could not only win, but maybe even get a future shot at the tag titles with a win. And look at this now. Stone Cold Steve Austin wailing away on Kyle O'Reilly as the match begins. And a Fez press to O'Reilly. And now in comes Bobby Fish, who gets backdropped by Austin. And now going to tag in the Bucks. UE looking on as Bobby Fish gets twisted with a neck breaker, and in comes Roderick Strong to break up the pin. As we said, if Austin's team win, then the Undisputed Era, that's Fish, O'Reilly and Strong, they will be banned from ringside for Cole versus Austin and True Grit. And the Messiah of the backbreaker with a beautiful backbreaker into a transition. And the stronghold on Matt Jackson. It's well documented the back problems that Matt Jackson has had throughout his career, but he gets to the ropes before he taps. Austin and Nick, they want the tag, but in comes Adam Cole. Last shot misses. And Matt Jackson with a Northern Light suplex. Can Matt Jackson make the tag? He's close and he gets there, but Adam Cole wants nothing to do with Stone Cold Steve Austin. And tags in Kyle O'Reilly. And O'Reilly now with a knee bar. And Stone Cold, he's also had problems with his knees. And Kyle is exploiting that. Makes the tag to Bobby Fish, who comes in. Hooks a leg but a kick out. And Adam Cole, now that Austin's down, of course, he wants to pick the bones. I cannot wait for that match at True Grit, but Adam Cole wants to pin him here tonight. Goes to the Panama Sunrise, but blocks it for an Alabama Slam. Austin needs the tag. Can he get there? Yes, he does. In comes Nick Jackson, but gets stopped. Roderick Strong lands on his feet. And here's the super kick. Such great athleticism. Now making the tag to Matt. And I know what's coming next. Meltzer driver maybe. On the apron. Look out. It's LIJ again. But the referee doesn't see them. He's distracted by what's going on in the ring. And now the pack of hyenas looking to make their mark again. But wait a minute. It's the Lucha Brothers. The Lucha Bros evening the odds as Cole and Austin fight. And in comes Matt Jackson with a dive to the outside. I should say Nick Jackson with the plancha. But meanwhile back in the ring, Austin being held. And a super kick to his own man. And the Bucks pick up the win. The Undisputed Era at NLW True Grit will be banned from ringside. Austin's team win, and the Undisputed Era are going to have to settle for a fair fight at True Grit. Well, Austin got what he wanted here tonight, but what a chaotic ending. First of all, LIJ making their presence felt again, probably at the orders of HBK. Then the Lucha Brothers came out to even the score. And this is the turning point. An accidental super kick knocking out Roderick Strong, allowing for Austin to hit the stunner on Adam Cole. And the Bucks helping Austin pick up the win, and Austin's going to celebrate with a cold one. And the Lucha Bros checking over the Bucks. And Austin raises a toast to the Young Bucks. Well, the Lucha Bros have said, wait a minute! And Pac said he wanted to get his hands on Naito before the night's end. Well, he almost did. And LIJ gonna walk to the back, but what is Pac doing now? Pac has been off the deep end for weeks, and what is he doing? Sitting in the ring. I don't like the looks of this. Hey, wait a minute! Oh my god! What is this? Oh my god, Phoenix! No! Phoenix drilling! Nick Jackson through the announce table. Matt Jackson's in the ring with a chair around his ankle. What is Penta doing? Oh my god, Pac on the top rope! Black arrow to the leg. My god, he could have shattered it. The Lucha Bros. Pac laying out the NLW Tag Team Champions. They could be seriously hurt. Pac, Phoenix, Penta, the Death Triangle, reigns supreme.